A video from a festival in China shows an AI-powered humanoid robot malfunctioning and attempting to strike people in the crowd before being stopped by security. Initial assessments suggest the behavior was caused by a software glitch rather than intentional aggression. This incident follows a similar case where an AI-controlled drone targeted its human operator, mistaking them for an obstacle to its mission.
This is exclusive updates, and so it looks like robots are already starting to malfunction and become dangerous. So it looks like this demonstration was in China or something, where they're really going full force on these robots. Like I had gave you guys a heads up months ago. It was sometime last year. I had gotten the word that China's about to really ramp up on humanoid robots being developed, and it's making America and other competitors boost up their production as well. So expect this to be the year of the robots. I already did a few videos. I'll leave a link to my playlist so you can check out everything I've been discovering about these robots, because they are here. There's a famous YouTuber who allegedly has a robot. It looked pretty real to me. I mean, at first I wasn't sure, but yeah, it looks like that was a real robot he had. And we saw Elon Musk displaying his robots with Tesla, and then there's other car companies, I guess, trying to make these as well. The prediction is that they're expecting pretty much more robots than humans coming up pretty shortly, probably within 10 years or so. It's going to be a thing. So that's how fast everything's going to change over then, where these robots are going to be everywhere, and every home's going to want one, according to the data that these developers are anticipating, just like a cell phone, or a vehicle, where they're expecting pretty much every household to have a robot. Or a better example would be like a TV or something, so yeah, they'll probably come out and be kind of pricey at first, but not that pricey. I'm guessing somewhere around a car, or I don't know exactly how much they're going to charge, but eventually it's going to be to the where, most people can, pick up one and bring one into the home. And now we're seeing that these robots have the potential to glitch out. And so it didn't look like anyone was injured. And so this robot just started wilding out and tweaking, and basically someone could have got hurt, because the robot had no way to pretty much stop. So it looks like they had to try to subdue it and get it to overpower it somehow. But these robots, I guess, I don't know, how long can you expect to be able to overpower these robots if they become stronger and more durable? And so these robots could be an issue in the future, especially if they're tweaking out like that. And you can never plan a malfunction like that. You never know if one's going to happen. What if it's around your kids or something, What if this robot's walking around your home and you have, children in the home or something, and it's babysitting? And what if it starts tweaking out like that and malfunctioning? What are you going to do, if you're gone? So these robots, I guess they're, you would hope that would be a very uncommon thing for it to do that. But the fact that it's doing that already is that, that could be disturbing and alarming. And we might be seeing a glimpse into what could potentially start occurring with these robots. What if they all start malfunctioning? Or what if they start doing that on purpose? Because these robots are most likely, how else are they going to do it? Of course, they're going to have AI in them. That's the main thing, I think, is what is going to have these robots functioning properly. Is we see the advancement of AI, and of course these robots are going to have that installed in them, where Alexa and Siri and all these different, now there's just ChatGPT and Copilot. There's so many different AI programs out there. So now the robot is like making a body for the AI, so it can go from being this intelligence in a cloud somewhere that you just interact with through your phone, and then eventually, I guess, is what they're doing is making bodies now for these AIs, and so it's going to end up having several bodies to operate. And once they're in mass production, if you have an AI that's running, let's say, Copilot, or if you have an AI running Grok, maybe the Tesla ones are going to run Grok AI. Maybe there's going to be some AIs running Chat GPT modules. And so basically you're going to have all these different companies with different AI programs running. And then as you get, let's say, mass production, and there's thousands of these robots already in homes, they're all running, let's say, one program, let's say Chat GPT, for example. Well, then that Chat GPT is going to be in all of those homes. And it's going to be in those thousands. Let's say there's 10,000 robots made running Chat GPT. Well, then that means that Chat GPT would be running those 10,000 robots. And it would have 10,000 bodies in a central location. So it's becoming more powerful. And as they continue to mass produce more and more, let's say within maybe the next year or two, there's another maybe 50,000 made. So now we're getting closer to 100,000 of these robots just with that one AI running them all. And then now you have 100,000 robots with Chat GPT, and then they'll just continue to compound after that. And there'll be more and more made and mass produced, and to the point where there's millions. So once there's millions, then you have these robots having more and more power. They're going to realize how powerful they are, because people are looking at it like, oh, this is my individual robot, not really understanding that this one robot is this one AI is running all of these robots, or however many companies there is that's going to have AI. It doesn't matter, because let's say there could be like maybe 15 or so main AI companies running all of these millions and millions of robots. Well, these 15 AIs, and there'll probably be more AIs on the way, I'm sure, but I'm just kind of throwing some numbers around. But however many companies there are, there's going to be way more robots than there is AIs. So these AIs are going to realize that they have millions of humanoid bodies to interact with in the real world. And then some people are even questioning if these robots are actually demonically possessed. So we don't know for sure if this is actually just software, or are we dealing with the spiritual realms with these robots? Are these AIs actually demonic? Is it like kind of like a Ouija board or something where the spiritual realm has access to, somehow occupy these AIs? And so whatever it is, it's creepy either way, whether it's just technology or demonic. Either way, something is most likely, something seems kind of off with this. And I don't know if they could contain this. I'm not so sure they'll be able to contain what they're making, what we're putting out, because there's already been warnings. It's been well thought out from, like I said, with Hollywood and my other videos. I know Hollywood's well thought out all the possibilities of what could happen with this technology. And these, it's just crazy to see that they were so ahead of the game. It's almost like a prophecy or something, where these movies were coming out way before the robots. I'm talking about decades before the robots. You had Terminators and AI robot and all that. So even the Jetsons and, so this almost is looking kind of strange. It's like, okay, we're seeing something that was foretold so many decades ago now becoming real life. And it's very strange. It's a very strange thing. And I always like to remind you guys, especially if there's new listeners, that, people, the alleged writer of the Terminator and the Matrix has said that it was a prophecy, what she was writing. Sophia Stewart, she said this was actually a prophecy, what she was writing, and it's actually one story. The Terminator and the Matrix was actually one story, and this is something that came to her in a vision, and she, was inspired to write it down, and she really believes that it was prophetically written, those stories, and she feels Hollywood robbed her of her work and turned it into their own thing. Took her work and made those movies without giving her proper credit. But that's the actual backstory that she's trying to say has been hijacked from her work. So yeah, we got to see how this develops, because with these robots tweaking and glitching out like that, I mean, this is just the beginning of what could possibly end up happening. Plus, when the army starts ordering their robots, that's going to probably happen sooner than later. I mean, you're going to have robots with weapons, and, they're going to be armed robots. And this is just like Terminator once that starts happening. I mean, what if an armed robot cop starts tweaking out like that and glitching during a traffic stop or something? You would hope that things like this wouldn't happen, but you can't really guarantee that it won't happen, I'm sure. So maybe there'll be some incidents where the robot just decides to go rogue, like like I said in the Mission Impossible movie, Dead Reckoning, where the AI goes rogue and decides it's going to do what it wants to do when it wants to do it, and move outside of the parameters set by the creators of the intelligence, where they couldn't contain it or control it any longer. So yeah, this is gonna be some interesting stuff. Make sure you catch up on all my other videos on this subject. I'll leave a link in the comment section and description box to my creepy AI robot playlist. I'm also going to leave links to my other channels and my social media and stuff like that. So follow me, and if you would like to support this channel, please donate $1 to help keep this channel online. So thanks for tuning in. That's about it. This has been Exclusive Updates. I'm out.